This video will demonstrate how to verify your Gatsby Manufacturing Inc. First Edition book and complete the online homework on the Armin Dalton Resources website. To begin, click the Login button in the upper right-hand corner and enter your credentials. If you have not yet created an account on the Armin Dalton Resources website, please do so by clicking the Create an Account button. Otherwise, enter your email and password above and log in. If you are registered for other sections and other courses, the activities for those will be listed in the sections table. If not, this sections table will be empty at this time. Navigate to the left-hand side of the screen and click Profile. If you haven't already done so, pause the video and fill out the information in the Student Profile table. Once you enter your university and professors, they will populate in the professors table below. Note that you will be able to enter multiple universities and/or professors if necessary. When you're finished updating your information, click the Update button. Then go back to the dashboard. In the Books box, click the arrow on the right-hand side. Then, locate the Gatsby Manufacturing Inc. First Edition title. On the right-hand side of the row, click the Verify button. Enter the verification code that is on the cover of your book, and then click OK. You should now see that the Gatsby title is verified. If your professor is having you complete the project using the student Excel templates, the zip file containing those templates can be found here in the Dataset column. Download these to your computer and extract the Excel files. Alternatively, your professor may have you enter answers and upload files directly to the Armin Dalton Resources website, so you would not be using the student Excel templates. Please consult your instructor as to which method they will be using for assignment submission. Click the up arrow on the Books box to collapse the box. If you're going to be completing the project on Armin Dalton Resources, your professor should have given you a section code. Enter the section code in the Add Section Code box. Then click the Add Section Code button. You should now see that activities for the Gatsby Manufacturing book should appear in the sections table below. In this table, you will also see the starts at date and time and ends at date and time for the specific activity. Under the alternative column, you will need to download the transactions and price list that your professor has assigned for the project. You can do so by clicking on Download. The transactions list will download to your browser, and you can open it. You can also download it to your computer if you'd like. Once you have worked through an assignment, you can enter your answers on the Armin Dalton Resources website. To do so, click the drop-down arrow on the Action button and click Activity Overview. Then click Enter Answers. In the Choose Chapter box, select the chapter that you will be entering answers for. Since this activity is only for Assignment 1, this is your only option here. However, if your professor has assigned all assignments to be due at one date and time, all of the assignments will populate in this drop-down list. It is likely that your professor has assigned 2 parts to each assignment, Part 1 questions will be automatically graded by the Dalton Resources website. Part 2 are problems that will need to be manually graded by your professor. Begin answering your answers for Part 1. If you would like to save your progress so that you can exit out and return at any point, click the Save Homework button. Once you've completed the questions, either click the Submit Homework button or navigate to the next homework where you will have the option to submit all homeworks. Before you begin to enter your answers to the problems, please click on the assignment information. Carefully read through this information before proceeding. There are a few different ways that your professor may have you submit the problems for the Gatsby project. If your professor has instructed you to scan the manual documents and upload them directly to the Dalton Resources website, you will do so by clicking on the Choose File button and locating the PDF of the scan that you're trying to upload. If your professor is having you manually hand in the documents that you've completed, you will leave this problem blank. For either of these options, you will still be entering any text type answers directly to Dalton Resources. Enter your answers in the text boxes. If your professor is having you use the student Excel template to upload all problems to the Dalton Resources website, you will be completing every single problem in the student Excel template and uploading the student Excel template to the last problem in the assignment. Once you have completed the problems, you will submit the assignment. If you already submitted Part 1 of the assignment, click the Submit Homework button to submit Part 2. If you are submitting both parts at once, click the Submit All Homework button. In the activity table, there will be both parts that you completed for the assignment. Part 1 was automatically graded by the Dalton Resources website, which is indicated by a grading status of Automated. The points earned in that part will be your score for Part 1. The problems need to be manually graded by your professor. As of now, they have a status of not graded. So the total points will not be correct until your professor grades Part 2. Return to the dashboard. If there are other activities to be completed at this time, you can do so. However, if the start date is later than the current date, you will not be able to start this activity yet. When you try to start it, you will get an error message. When you're ready to see if your professor has graded an assignment, click on the down arrow on the Action button and click Activity Overview. If your professor has graded the Part 2, the grading status will now be graded. The total points and the points earned column will reflect your grade. If you would like more detailed instructions, please click the Home Page button. Click the drop-down arrow next to e-materials and download the Gatsby First e-materials. If you need any further assistance, please contact Dalton Publishers, the contact information on the bottom of the page.